Today I'm going to be showing you some tricks I've learned with this massage gun after applying all of my knowledge from 10 years of massage therapy experience. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video, and feel free to check out my blog and my website, and you can learn everything on this channel that has to do with self-care, massage techniques, stretches, that sort of thing. For this video you're going to need a massage gun, a resistance band of some kind, and some kind of pole that you're going to be able to attach your resistance band to, or you can also use an anchor on a door. Those are pretty useful, but make sure that when you do that, the pull of force is closing the door. You don't want the door to fly open and the thing to come and hit you in the face. Ow! This video is the first video in my Thera gun series. It's also known as a massage gun or a percussion tool or a vibration tool. So if these tricks work really well for you, go ahead and hit the bell icon on the subscription button, and you'll be able to see all of my videos coming out Thursday for probably the rest of the summer on this Thera series. In the Thera series, we're going to cover the shoulder. That's what we're covering today. The elbow, the wrist, and then the hip, knee, and ankle. And we're even going to cover some things with the feet and the spine and the neck too. But those are a little more difficult to reach in some circumstances, so you may want to find a partner to do some of these with. And I just want to add a disclaimer: if you have any history of shoulder replacement or shoulder dislocation for today's video, go ahead and talk to your doctor or check with them and see if you have any movement precautions. Movement precautions are positions that you shouldn't put your shoulder in. You know, if your shoulder is dislocated or replaced, there may be certain movements for a period of time that would put you at risk for dislocating that joint, and you don't want to do that. Now, with all these movements, know that you may not be as flexible as I am. Don't worry, you'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day. So with these movements, just take them as far as you can go, and then as you go through the movements, you'll actually see more improvement in the beginning. And then when you get to the level that my joints are at with mobility, you'll find that there's actually less improvement after every time we do these techniques. And one final thing, when we're doing these stretches, take your joint to a position where it's an intensity level of about 6.5 out of 10, not a pain level of 6.5 out of 10. For the deep back arm line, we're going to focus on the subscapularis muscle. This muscle is located just outside the armpit. Make sure the direction of force is going backwards against the front of the shoulder blade. Do your best to keep your elbow pointed straight up toward the sky. And the motion of this maneuver is a spinning of your upper arm bone in the shoulder joint. Do your best to avoid bouncing the gun off your bones. Aim for the meat and follow the tension. You may find multiple tight or sore spots to focus the percussion tool on. Now let's go to the outside and back of the shoulder blade and change the direction of pull with the resistance band. It's called external rotation. Again, you may find multiple places that are tight with the massage gun during this movement. Take your time and move as slowly as you need to through the rotation. You can pause this video at any time to do both sides. We're going to continue with this stubborn area of the rotator cuff and just change the motion from rotation to adduction from a stretched position. You may find that moving down the side of the rib cage is useful for this maneuver too. If you're anything like me, you're going to notice quite the difference once you get to the other side. The pec minor is located in the chest toward the bony notch in the front of your shoulder. Make sure your resistance band is anchored a little higher than your head for this one. Point your thumb forward and bring your arm back as far as you can at about a 45-degree angle from the ground. Now lengthen the line by keeping your elbow straight and bend your wrist sideways toward the karate chop motion, so the wrist is bending away from the front. For today, move only at the shoulder and percuss anywhere that's tight at the shoulder joint. I included the pec muscles in this one, the superficial front arm line, because they're very much related to this maneuver. The superficial back arm line is a bit more of what I like to call the top arm line. We'll start in the front of the shoulder. You can do the front of the arm or the front of the chest. If you're comfortable, bring your head away from the shoulder you're working on while turning your face toward the shoulder you're working on. This will help stretch the neck as well. Now let's move to the top of the shoulder. And finally, let's work the back of the rotator cuff. Okay, my Gymmineers, that does it for today's video. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions on these techniques or suggestions of things you want to see, any issues that you might have. Of course, everything that I do is not complete. There's always room for me to add more value for you. So I love the comments. I'll respond as soon as I can. And thanks for watching. See you next time.